Raptors Digest, welcome back. What's up? I apologize for my tardiness here. I seriously thought the game was at 8:30. Had a busy day with work. I got back in. I get a text from my dad. He's like, no stream tonight? What do you mean no stream tonight? We're facing Cleveland at home. Of course there's a stream tonight. I completely blanked on it. I thought it was at 8:30. I was getting ready to go, and then I found out I was already late to the party. So apologies for that, guys. But hey, we got a 40-32 game on our hands right now in favor of Toronto. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I might have missed basically the whole first half here, but I'm all right with where we're at the moment. So I'll need the chat to fill me in on some of the big storylines of the game here so far. I mean, as you guys know, I am starting later than I wanted to today. So appreciate the whole community for sticking around and waiting on the live stream, because I would not want to miss this game. Cleveland, Toronto, we're battling for that 6th seed, man. It's going to be intense. I'm fired up. And I got to say real quick, I don't have a bet tonight, because, I mean, I didn't even think the game was on yet, so I didn't place one at the moment. That sucks. I definitely was going to hammer the Raptors tonight. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Gambling is the cherry on top. I just want to see them win at the end of the day. Yes, I would have put some bread on it, but man, give me the 6th seed. Give me a dub. I don't care. At the end of the day, it's the fandom of this team that gets me going. So appreciate you guys tuning in. And as you can see, I do have a haircut right now. And hold on. I know I said I would get a mullet for Leafs Digest. I know. And I am. I made sure she left enough in the back here. Hold on, let me see. There is already enough in the back, and by the time Leafs playoffs come around, we are good. Don't worry, I am still delivering a mullet to all the Leafs fans out there. But I had to clean it up, guys. It was getting out of control. I had a rat's nest on my head. I still kind of do, but this is more manageable. Anyways, we already have a super chat from my man Marcel. He's saying, Ghost Pepper P for Premier. It's Prime Minister up here, man. We're going to make him Prime Minister. Marcel, we got to bring him up to speed. He's from Texas here. They got the president. We got the Prime Minister, not the Premier. Or unless you're saying the Premier of Ontario. You know what? Actually, I think he might be. I think Scotty Barnes is the guy to replace Doug Ford now that I'm thinking about it. Marcel bringing up some good points here. Ghost Pepper P for Premier. Shouts out to Marcel for dropping a super chat nice and early. That's my guy. Okay, and we have another super chat coming in too. Paul Blunt saying, busy getting your mop chopped. Yes, sir. Earlier than that, though, I've been home since at least 7, and apparently this game started at 7:30, so that wasn't the exact reason, but yeah, definitely added to the packed schedule today. That made me sort of overlook the fact that the Raptors are on. So that's just a doozy on my part. Apologies again for that, guys. Oh, steal here from Thad Young. Thad Young in transition. There we go. Beautiful. Scotty Barnes getting jacked up on the sideline for his guys. You love to see it. Raps up by 10 right now. 5 minutes to go until halftime. Brian saying, I thought you were pulling a no-show. Occasionally there will be a game I can't make, but tonight I'll usually give heads up on the Instagram story if I can't be doing it. I'll notify you guys first. Tonight would have been a really crappy game to miss. And I know if you rewind the clock here, that super ultra triple overtime thriller we had in Miami, that was one of the few that I missed. And I did it after like a 10 live stream streak of not missing any games. I was like, okay, I have to go do this. I'm not going to feel too guilty about it. I need to go do this. And then I come home and I'm like, oh my God, triple overtime W on the road in Miami. Come on now. So at least I've made it back in time to see what happens here with the Cavaliers, but I'm loving the position we're in at the moment. Just getting caught up here with the chat. Appreciate everyone who's already in here. Yeah, it was a pump fake, guys. Don't worry. I am on now. Magnetic Knowledge saying, had the Barnes jersey on at first, but now wearing the Ghost Pepper P jersey. All right, so Pascal's going off. I got to get a stat check on Pascal. I'm going to grab my phone right here. Let me see what we're working with. Okay. My pump fake completely faked out Marcel. I don't think he prepared for the stream tonight. So no Marcel's minute at halftime, unfortunately. I'll wear the blame for that one. Definitely some people thought I was skipping. I don't blame you guys occasionally. I need to. But like I said, I will always let you know on Twitter, the Instagram story, whatever it is. I won't usually leave you guys hanging without any kind of notice on it. But this is a game I really, really wanted to watch and call, especially. So excited for that. But let's see what Pascal Siakam's getting up to. Let's see what word on the street is. Pascal Siakam. He currently has All right, 12 minutes, 12 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 4 of 6 from the floor, and the man's 2 of 2 from three-point range. All right, Spicy, showing up for a huge game. That sounds like an alpha to me. Van Vliet, at the moment, he's got 3, 3, and 4. He's got to find his groove a little bit. Hasn't been the same post-All-Star break, but I'm confident in Freddie. He already has a block and a steal, so still doing his thing defensively. Kem Birch, 2, 2, and 1. Anunoby, who's back in the lineup tonight. I forgot to mention that, but I did know he was returning. Huge to have him back. Absolutely huge. You can't have any mental excuses in the back of your head, and I don't think the Raptors did. But OG Anunoby, don't get me twisted. Him coming back is like a very real boost to this team. I would never use his absence as something to alleviate criticism of the Raptors, but his presence is something to elevate our status as contenders. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. But we are getting in that 6th seed. We will not need to go through the play-in. And then once it's playoffs, I mean, greatness shines during the playoffs, but this team is showing me something. Who knows? Who knows? I'll leave it there. I can't act like this is March Madness or anything. It is the NBA, but who knows? Fred VanVleet misses that one. Siakam to Thad, the offensive rebound. Beautiful. That needs to count as an assist for Spicy. But Thad Young already getting a couple buckets since I tuned in. And we got another super chat coming in from Tommy Moreau. He's saying, I assumed a close game, so my bets all involve a tie at the half or a tie in regulation. All right. Okay. That's cool. Man, I could see that happening, actually. I mean, I'd rather us just run right through Cleveland, but this is a team that, you know, they're not quite healthy, but they're playing with a lot of purpose right now, and they know that the 6th seed is there to lose, the 6th seed. So I expect an intense matchup, no doubt. Hopefully we don't need to go into overtime, but tied at the end of the first half. We'll see about that. Raptors got a nice little cushion right now. Hey, shouts out to Demon in the chat saying, Mans won the Raptors game time prize today. Got that Raptors Digest luck. Shouts out to Demon, bringing some good juju to the game today. We're currently up by 11. Darius Garland with it, everyone's new favorite player apparently. Darius Garland gets the shooter's bounce heavy there. That was pretty nice defense by the Raptors. All right, Siakam taking it across half. He's been the hottest. Siakam's covered by Okoro. Drive into his right. Getting to the paint. Backing in. Spinning, shooting. All right, he's fouled. Good stuff. Ryan Henderson saying, I'm revved up to see OG. When OG got out, he was playing so clutch defensively and offensively. And so many nights, he kind of just flies under the radar, plays, you know, that gritty disruptor game. But then he messes around and ends up with like 20 points by the end of it. It always shocks me. It's like, well, I shouldn't say always, but a lot of nights it shocks me to go look at his point total because I'm like, that's so much better than it felt like it was. And I think it's because we notice his defense and all that stuff so much. And he's not exactly the prettiest scorer, but man, he gets his. He's improved drastically. I've noticed his defense and his offense is so clutch. I think that just means he's clutch because you can't really do anything other than that on the court. You're either on D or O, and he just seems to be making big plays on either side of the ball in like the last 2 minutes of games. He had like a game-winning block before he got hurt. But I'm happy to see him back from this abdomen injury. There we go. Siakam hits his last free throw. And Marcel, okay, hold on. We didn't forget about this wager. He's saying, I'm not shaving my beard, but I do want to see Thad next year. Okay, well, man, if you're saying that compared to the way you felt about him earlier, I think you might need to shave the beard, Marcel. That was the wager with the people. Oh, Cleveland hits a 3 there. Who was that in the corner? They knocked that one down. But anyways, Marcel, I know that Thad's won you over a little bit. Look, he's not going to be anything crazy, but I said a nice touch. OG, nothing but net. Let's go. Good to see him humming the ball now that he's back. 53 to 42, wraps up by 11 once again. Darius Garland driving. Again, kicking it underneath the rim. They miss the layup, and then they get the... Okay, I think the foul came before Evan Mobley tipped it back in. But that was a nice little rebound by Evan Mobley. He got the putback. However, I think the foul was committed before that. Hoping. Evan Mobley's a special player. But briefly returning to what I was just saying about Marcel. Marcel, has Thad grown on you? Do you have it? You must have a different opinion on him. You didn't even want him in the first place. Now we're talking about re-signing a guy who's 36. Break out the Clippers, Marcel. Break out the Clippers. That's all I'll say. Mustafa saying, yo, Josh, how are you, man? This is one of the absolute staples in our chat. One of the most consistent things. Probably the person that actually asks me how I'm doing more than anybody on planet Earth. So, Mustafa, thank you, man. I appreciate it. You're like the girlfriend I never had. No, I'm kidding. Pause. But shouts out to Mustafa, always checking up on me. I appreciate that. 53-44. Bro, I say some out-of-pocket stuff on here. Van Vliet takes the pick, throws it out there to Siakam, down to OG, pump fake for three. He still takes it, and he makes it. OG heating up. Bro, look at that guy. He's like a Roman gladiator out there playing basketball. And then Darius Garland almost turns it over. The Cavs, oh yeah, hold on. He does turn it over. Let's go. Good basketball right now by the Raptors. A lot of intensity on the defensive end. They're disrupting everything that the Cavs want to do. Someone's immediately getting in Darius Garland's back pocket, trying to force him to his offside, making his shot difficult. He got the shooter's roll that one time, but I like this strategy going forward. Van Vliet with it, takes the pick, gives it to OG. Oh, beautiful pick and roll, but okay, there we go. Foul called. Cedi Osman commits a foul on OG. Damn, I should be a little bit more concerned about him being hurt there. That was a tough landing for a guy who was just injured. But he seems all right. He's going to the line to shoot too. Mike Kamina saying Cedi is playing rough. Yeah, that was a hard foul, no doubt. Let's see the replay. Yeah, nothing malicious, but a little bit oblivious, I guess. There's a funny line between those two. Some people would argue it's a blurred line, but we got a super chat coming in from Marcel. He's saying, OG doesn't shoot to miss. One of the most iconic OG Anunoby lines, hand down. Honestly, if like LeBron James or like anybody else, if LeBron, like AI, even like a Luka Doncic pulled out that line, because of who they are in the NBA, that line would live forever and be iconic. But because it came out of like OG Anunoby's mouth, who's like the shy, awkward 3-and-D kid from Toronto, it didn't get the same hype. But looking someone dead in the face after a game winner with 0.5 seconds left in the playoffs and telling them, I don't shoot to miss, that's ridiculous. Come on, that's so gutsy. People don't celebrate that enough. But Marcel's shouting out a golden OG quote because there's a lot of those. OG put you on game winners. Siakam just misses the running floater, tries to get the offensive rebound out of Markkanen's hands, but the Cavaliers secure it and take it down court. Beautiful steal there from Scotty Barnes, taps it to Fred Van Vliet. Siakam hands it off accidentally right back to the Cavs. Who's number 8 on the Cavs? Why am I not recognizing him at the moment? Oh, and then the follow-up putback there by Markkanen. He finishes off the play for Cleveland in transition. And guys, if you are watching this right now, we only have about 30 likes on this. Do me a big favor. Drop a like spike. Make your presence felt. Help out the channel. Siakam at the top of the key. Driving to his left. Working back to his right. Taking the floater. And it misses. But do the Raptors get the last touch? Yeah, they do. It's out of bounds off of them. Cavs ball. Ramaz asking, why didn't we sign Lauri Markkanen? He could have been perfect for us. Yeah. I don't know. He doesn't really seem like the kind of guy we go after. He is really he's really good offensively, I'd say. Really good's a sliding scale, but you guys get what I mean. He's a pretty capable offensive player. Very big, so at least probably capable on the defensive end too. But the Raptors always go for guys that they can build out from defense first. And I don't know. They usually just go after guys who are good defenders, and then they're like, all right, we'll get the offense second, but we got to prioritize our back end. I don't know if Lauri Markkanen, for the money he was asking, was going to fit that criteria for Toronto. But hey, he definitely would help our team, I think. Is he 7 feet tall? That would influence a little bit of my opinion on him, but I don't quite think so. Even if he is, I don't really want him guarding Embiid. Or someone of that nature, like a Giannis. We'll need to wait Scotty Barnes for 2 more years, and then he'll be ready to do it, but... Actually, what am I saying? He could do it right now. It's the offense that'll come in like 2 to 3 seasons. And then Fred Van Vliet misses a 3 at the end as I drop my phone on my foot. That actually hurt a little bit. I'm downplaying it. But you guys ever get that when you're like in bed and you have your phone above your face, like typing a text or something, and then you move your hand too far to one side and it falls and smokes you on the nose? That's the worst. Absolute worst. And you feel embarrassed even though you're just there alone. Just eating my phone screen's tough. But anyways, we got a super chat coming in from Connor W. He's saying he started streaming just in time for the half. I did, man. I did. And look, this was not on purpose. You might have missed my earlier explanation here, but get my phone off the ground. Busy day at work. Busy day at work. I was not aware that the Raptors were starting at 7:30. I thought I checked this. My phone keeps falling, man. I swear to. Anyways, I checked my schedule. Raptors, I thought it said we're on at 8:30. Maybe I was looking at a different matchup. I don't know. But in my mind, it was at 8:30. I was not planning on skipping the Cavs game. But hey, we made it. We still made it. And I'm excited to see the second half. We'll be here for what really counts. And I'm going to go over the box score quick to just kind of update everyone and also help acquaint myself with everything else that's happened this game. Because as you guys are pointing out, I wasn't really in here until 7 minutes left in the second quarter. About that range. There we go. So let's see what's up. Raptors currently leading 58-48. 10-point cushion here. I'll take it. I will take it. So, as I said earlier, Kemba, she's only got 2, 2, and 1. All right, only 7 minutes played, too. That's not too much. Van Vliet, 3, 3, and 4. He's 1 of 3 from three-point range, but I mentioned those defensive stats. 1 steal, 1 block. Good that he's made an impact, at least on that end of the floor. Siakam, 18 minutes, 14 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. He's shooting really well right now at the moment, too. 50% from the floor and 100% from 3. He's knocked down 2 3-pointers. When Pascal Siakam is stretching the floor, life is good. Life is good. I'm happy he's kind of walked back a little bit from it, though, because at one point, he seemed like he had the shot selection he wasn't ready for yet. He was like showing up with a Kevin Durant type shot selection, and I felt like that didn't favor his game as much. But credit to him, he's kind of integrated that spinny post scoring that he used to get off of when he first got into the league. And he's kind of integrated that with now a bit more seasoned experience at being a finesse player. So I just feel like he's way more suited now to being a top guy on your team than he was before. I think that he used to try to shoot too many threes, a whole bunch of things, but his attempts are down, his efficiency is up, and overall I'm noticing him being a more complete offensive player. Shouts out to Ghost Pepper P. Oh, and hold on, we do have a super chat. Almost missed another one here, but Marcel, piping right back up. He's saying the Trailblazers keep giving Drew Eubanks 10-day contracts. Do you think we should have kept him? You see, Drew Eubanks, I feel like is such a fringe guy that I don't even know enough about his career to really say definitively whether or not he would have been of benefit to us. But I'd imagine that probably not. Tom Moreau is one of the guys that makes the case that we just want really athletic centers. If they happen to be 7 feet, all right, but we're not making that criteria. We need guys that can run out and contest the perimeter and then ideally cover 5 to 3 at very least. So it seems like that's where they're headed. I know that some people, including myself, still think there's a chance that they go out in the offseason and fix this perceived 7-footer void in the team. But again, there's a lot of people who are saying, nah, Masai is ready to go fully positionless. And I think if that's the case, then it makes sense that we don't re-sign Drew Eubanks. And honestly, I wouldn't use Portland as a very reliable measuring stick of whether or not we should have done something, just because they're blowing it up over there. The Trailblazers are headed to a full rebuild. I almost said retool, rebuild. And poor Damian Lillard, man. Pray for Dame. He's going to start rapping and just leave the league at this point. To keep reading off the stats here, so OG Anunoby had a nice little first half there in his return. Only 15 minutes played, but 11 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 50% from the floor, so same as Pascal, and he's 3 of 5 from three-point range. Come on, man. I'm getting the flames on for that. He deserves it. Great to see him back feeling like himself, and OG Anunoby's growth. I think people have overestimated it sometimes. It's been hyper gradual, but he came in a better player than a lot of people realized, and he slowly tweaked his game year after year to the point where, hey, I'm not going to argue about him not being a special offensive player. I think that he can play defense at a DPOY kind of level. Whether or not he'll ever win the award, I put him right in that tier of best defenders in the league. And if he can average 20 points per game while doing that, man, you got someone who's like debatably better than Drew Holiday at that point. So Anyhow, OG Anunoby, get on the hype train. It's leaving station. And then Scotty Barnes, 19 minutes, 7 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. He's 2 of 6 from the floor. Has not hit a three-pointer, even though he's attempted 2. He does have a steal and a block. Good to see him chipping in defensively. Chris Boucher, you cannot slow this man down. I am so fired up. I did not get to see much of Boucher in action. As you guys know, I did tune in late. But Chris Boucher at the moment, 16 minutes, 11 points, 2 rebounds, 4 of 5 from the floor, 1 of 2 from three-point range, already 2 steals. No turnovers. Come on, man. Come on, man. This guy's legit. I'm so happy about this player. I go through this all the time with you guys on live, but I will rehash a moment this season where I thought Chris Boucher looked like a shell of himself. I was on him nonstop. Every time I was watching on live, I'm like, can this guy get a sense of purpose out there? Can this guy look happy to be playing in the NBA? You know, it just didn't seem synonymous with the kind of character we've come to know Chris Boucher as. I don't know if he had like an identity crisis in terms of how he wanted to be as a player, but I think he's figured it out is the main point now. He goes out there like Dennis Rodman, for lack of better words. He's just all intensity, all energy. Let's play defense hard. Let's crash the glass. Getting back to those fundamentals that circulate around hustle is what's allowed his offense to slowly build back in. Earlier, you could tell he went out there trying to be, you know, the 20-piece Chris, 15 rebounds, 4 3-pointers made. And of course, that Chris does exist, and we got to see him a lot last season in Tampa. But day to day, if he's playing like third to second string minutes, you got to learn how to contribute as not like a guy who's taken 6 3-pointers. You got to be in small doses, still worth putting out there. And it's taken him a while of experimenting to figure out how he can do that. But now he looks comfortable in his own jersey again. And people are talking about him maybe getting re-signed. Are we at that point? I don't know, man. I tend to think that Masai Ujiri, as much as he definitely likes Chris is 30 years old. He's not going to be, you know, pennies. He will cost something. And even though I think we could maybe afford to pay it out, Masai Ujiri, I've got a hunch, is probably going to go try to find a little bit of a younger player that he sees maybe fitting into the core long term, or that could have some retaining trade value. So we will see about that. And I do have Magnetic calling me. I'll let him do a little call in here at halftime as he normally does. Magnetic, what's up, man?
What's up, brother? Hold on, I never call you.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Are you good? You can hear me now?
Yeah.
All right, awesome, bro. Well, I missed a lot of that first half, so you're going to need to bring me up to date a little bit here. What was going down?
Okay. Chris Boucher, yeah, you were talking about Chris. I'm fired up about this game. This game is so crucial. Pascal Siakam went off. Just absolutely went off. I took the Barnes jersey off. He was 0 for 4. I'm like, if Pascal hits these 2 free throws in a row, I'm taking it off. If he hits these free throws, I'm putting on the Siakam, and he did. And, like, he's on point. He is locked in. He is dialed in. Chris Boucher looked great. Thaddeus Young there was just going off. Like, OG hit 2. Like, it was like OG's game. We were down 10-5, and OG just, I don't know, he was controlling the floor. Such a refreshing presence to see him.
That's awesome. And coming off of an injury, how amazing is that to see? And OG Anunoby, the one way I always describe him as a world-class disruptor. There's something about the word disruptor. It just seems really, it describes how OG carries himself on the court. He's just going to throw a wrench in the game plan of whatever you had. And I mean, you're going to need to go and deal with him all night. So I'm happy to see him at least hitting the ground running. But in the second half,
so beautiful.
It really is, man. It really is. He's a beast. I'm happy to have him back. But in the second half, what are you going to need to see, Magnetic, to make this a victory on the road in Cleveland? Because Cleveland's not going to roll over and give up, even though they're down 10.
No. Honestly, I thought, like, first quarter, we could have steamrolled them. We missed a couple shots. There was 3 threes and 1 possession that we all missed. And I thought, like, come on. It was like a Fred, a Precious missed one, which is fine. Like, still take those shots with confidence, Precious. But it was like 1 possession. We got 3 threes, and we missed them all. And I'm like, come on. Armani Brooks was the other one. And I just think, like, knock that down. We could be steamrolling them. But
hey, it's a game of runs. You know, it's a game of runs. They'll have their cold streaks, but so long as they don't have that cold streak in the final couple minutes of the game.
7 minutes with 4 points.
Yeah. Hopefully, hopefully we can avoid that kind of situation. But the Raptors are playing good right now, so I think they'll ride momentum, and they know how important this game is for the 6th seed. But Magnetic, do you have any final things to say to the people before we sign off and get ready for the second half?
I think this is going to be an electric second half, like electric. I'm talking like everyone's going to show up. Like the fans are going to show up. The chat's going to show up. Armani Brooks is going to hit a couple. Like Boucher's going to go off. Like everyone's going to go off. That's what I'm saying.
I like that, bro. If we have Armani Brooks getting in. Sorry, so go ahead.
The juices are flowing. I finally seen Spider-Man, and that electro vibe. That electro vibe's coming out.
The electro vibe is coming out. I love it. I wish I had an animation for that, man. And I also need an animation for fourth quarter Armani, because Armani Brooks in the fourth quarter, he at least in Philadelphia, bro, he turned into like just a confident NBA shooter, and it was a big reason why we won. So if he's going off with the rest of the crew, I'm promising a victory here. So Magnetic, let's hope.
Something that you might not have seen. Actually, let me just say this last thing is Armani picked the pocket twice in a row. One
really?
Into a bucket, and the other one, I think it was like an out of bounds or a foul or something. But he picked the pocket, like the ball handler. He picked the pocket twice in a row. It was pretty nice. Like, he's locked in. He's a Raptor.
I like it. Who knows? Okay. Yeah. I mean, if he ends up on another 10-day here, and it's not a second, but a third 10-day, or is he on a second 10-day?
I think he's a Raptor. And I said in the chat, I don't think you saw, but I'm like, Darius Garland is Josh's DJ Wilson.
Oh, bro. I don't know what it is about the Cavs. They get under my skin. Colin Sexton's even worse, to be honest, for irritating me. But I don't know. Darius Garland just showed up out of nowhere, and I just don't want to believe that this kid's that good. Well, showed up out of nowhere, not really, but like he's an all-star now. It's crazy. He's a third season player. I don't know. I didn't see it coming. It's tough to believe. I don't want to believe it because he plays on the Cavaliers, but I'm starting to understand. But they're not getting the better of the Raptors tonight. They're not getting the better of anybody.
We're winning this one.
Yes, sir. All right, Magnetic. Well, I'm going to get back to the stream here, but thank you so much for talking with the viewers.
I had to call tonight.
Hey, man, I get it. No worries. I'm happy to have you on. So, Magnetic, appreciate you calling in, brother.
Go Raps. Let's go, boys.
Go Raps. Let's go. My guy, Magnetic. The segment within a segment. Marcel said he could not do Marcel's Minute tonight. That's all right. We're going to get a Marcel feature sometime very soon anyways, but just a reminder to anyone who follows the channel, go ahead and follow Courtside Digest as well. Marcel putting in a ton of work over there on that channel. It's going to be blowing up, so follow his journey. Get some great content. You can't miss with that one, honestly. I have some content over there on Courtside too. That one video of me torching Franz Wagner, thinking he was the mistake of the draft. I will make a reaction video of me going through the comments on that video because I know I'm getting cooked. No doubt in my mind. To be honest, I kind of shelter my ego by not looking at it because I know that those comments are hostile territory for my eyes. So maybe I will go and do a reaction video, genuine, like I won't look before. I'll put myself on webcam, I'll scroll through and share my screen and just look at the comments because I have no doubt they got personal. I was crapping on Franz Wagner. But you got to admit, when you're wrong, I'm man enough to do that. I was incorrect. Franz Wagner was a very, very valuable pick at 8th overall. I don't have anything to say other than I guess I was wrong. I was incorrect. There, I said it. I friggin' said it. And we got another super chat from Tom Moreau. He's saying, lead that overmarch. Raps top 4 at defending the rim and the corner. FVV, Anunoby, Barnes, and Siakam top 6 in defensive distance traveled. Credit to Nick Nurse. Those rotations are looking on point, aren't they, Tom? You are definitely correct that Nick Nurse, as much as he's taken a little bit of criticism this season, he's kept our defensive systems airtight. And when you play positionless, I know we're talking about FVV's role in it, but for the most part, everyone on that team can cover generally, honestly, like 1 through 5. I know there's certain exceptions, but even a guy like Kem Birch, who's one of our slower, clunkier players, he still can guard 2 guards every once in a while too. That's really not ideal, but he's pretty mobile for a 5 is where I'm going here. And that helps your rotations all the time. The guys are faster. Tom, maybe you're right. Maybe they don't want a 7-footer. I don't know. I still think there's a chance that they go out and get a guy, but at the end of the day, you can see that they're playing the defense they want to play without him. The offense, that'll come. I think if we were like a top 10 offensive team, we'd be already at like 50 wins. But maybe that's generous. I don't know. I tend to think that that's the one thing that would really put us over the top because the reason our offense kind of hangs around right now is because of second chance opportunities. Second in the NBA in offensive rebounds. So that's a big big arm of forgiveness we get extended through our play. Anyways, shouts out again to Tommy Moreau. Appreciate you, man, for the super chat. And here we go. Second half. Let's get it. Van Vliet drops it off to Kem for the streaking dunk. Let's go. Starting off right. 60-48. Oh, that's Karis LeVert, isn't it? Is 35 Karis LeVert? No, I think Karis LeVert's still hurt, no? No, that's got to be him. That's got to be him. Maybe it's not. I should really know everyone on Cleveland's roster. It's kind of confusing that I'm seeing some faces I'm not completely familiar with. And then, oh man, Markkanen saves it from going out of bounds. Scotty Barnes turns over the ball. Mobley with it now. It's always nice to see the Mobley-Barnes matchup, even though he's going on Kem Birch right now and gets the lay-in. Oh, he's going to be special, bro. I got to say, he's Chris Bosh 2.0. I cannot deny it. Siakam in the paint, kicking to OG. OG open three, misses, and then Barnes. Far side rebound, kicks it out to Siakam. Siakam thinking about jacking up the long ball. He doesn't. He drives in on Markkanen, kicks out to OG for another open three, same spot, and he cashes it. Beautiful basketball. Oh my God, it is nice to have OG back. That's his fourth three-pointer of the game. Gets it back in the same spot after a miss. As I said, man, that offense isn't great, but when you get that many offensive rebounds like we just saw, the second one for OG Anunoby, good enough to go. I'll take it. The Cavs missed the shot. That was a Kevin Love missed three-pointer. You guys know I despise Kevin Love. And then Siakam comes up short on the floater, and we get a loose ball foul. Going back to the Cavs now, and it's Kevin Love who draws it. And guys, I hate Kevin Love for a multitude of reasons, but I'm going to go ahead and just tell you anyways, because I'm sure some people are like, why would you hate Kevin Love? He's the nicest guy in the NBA. And I hate him because of that reputation, because it's not accurate. He's so like convenience-based. He's like, if I'm in a good situation, then I'm good. But if I'm in like a situation I'm unhappy with, then, or I'm unhappy. If we're like a younger team that's growing, I'm just going to be the world's worst vet. He's not a good vet. He's a decent bench player now in his career. Not a good veteran presence, though. He's not someone you bring in to help coach up players. This guy quit on his team last season. You remember when he was all disgruntled on the court? I think it was actually against Toronto in Tampa, where he starts throwing his ball at the teammates' feet and stuff, and he's just like looking off, sighing, getting all... He was having a hissy fit on the court. I'm like, you are 30 years old doing this on a team that's very young when you could step up and be the guy? I have no words. And then also, he was kind of an a-hole when he was in Minnesota. Goes to Cleveland, wins a championship. Oh, I'm happy, K-Love. That team turns over. I'm angry, K-Love. They draft Evan Mobley, get a little bit better. I'm happy, K-Love. No, you're a bench player who is not a good vet. I had to sound off on that, guys. I had to sound off on that. But we have another super chat saying... His name is Ogugwa Anunoby Jr. Shouts out to Marcel Martin. Dropping OG's government name with the super chat. OG over to Siakam. Siakam corner three. Nothing but net. Oh, sorry. I just blocked off the scoreboard. What am I doing here? What is going on? My apologies there, guys. That little technical issue there. Scotty Barnes crosses half, throws it back to Van Vliet. Van Vliet guarded by Garland. Over to Kem. Kem hands it right back to Fred. Fred looks like he might shoot a three, decides not to. He's covered by K-Love. Fred, teach this man a life lesson. OG Anunoby gets the ball now. He's driving in on Mobley, pulling up with the floater. Oh my God, that would have been beautiful. Then Siakam there with the O-Reb, but it's out off of... Oh, that was a beautiful block there by Mobley. K-Love contested, pulls up, hits the brakes, and he gets a lay-in. Cleveland's still down by 10, but fighting back a little bit here. Van Vliet over to Siakam now. Siakam's been hot. Marcel saying, uh-oh, OBS acting up. No, it was me acting up. I just... Sometimes I screw around with OBS too much. Ooh, the spin shot. Mid-range floater for Siakam. That's his patented trademark look. He gets that one to fall. Garland with it. Driving past Siakam, runs into Birch, tries to step past him. Lefty off the glass, misses, but K-Love not getting boxed out. Gets the easy putback. Scotty to the corner, OG. Out to Kem, and now it's over at Van Vliet. Van Vliet driving in on Garland, pulling over to Kem Birch. Kem Birch, that's going to be a charge, and it is. Raps turn over the ball on offense. And guys, can you do me a favor right now? If you're watching this with me, right, I would appreciate you guys to drop a like on this video, help get the video re-recommended to other people. I always say I want all the Raptors fans in this live chat for the playoffs. We got a special community here. The right thing to do is share it. And I don't even care if people from other fan bases end up in here too. Like I say, come watch from behind enemy lines. You know, I want all the smoke. All the smoke. Cavaliers fans, if you guys hear me smoking on Kevin Love right now, speak up. You guys are down by 10. K-Love tries to feed it into the post, and then Kem Birch tries to cut off that entry pass, but he ends up fouling Markkanen. Okay, and Turtle T joining the party right now. He's saying, "We the kidneys. Go, Raps, go." The new slogan over here at the channel. And let me give you the origin story for anyone who does not know. I don't use the washroom during a Raptors game. My body just like, you know, it doesn't need to. If the Raps are on, if my sensory perceptions are telling me the Raps are on, the bladder does not bother me, all right? It knows not to speak up at those times. So We the Kidneys is the brand, apparently. And shouts out to Turtle T for the super chat. Scotty Barnes with the ball. Dribbles it in. Kicks it back out. Siakam for three. Come on, give it to me. There we go. Dial it up. 71-60. Raps answer right away. Siakam with 4 made threes. That boy, Ghost Pepper P. Love with it. Over there to, okay, who is that? Is that Okoro? That's Okoro. And then Love shoots a three. Oh my God. K-Love. Kevin Love. Do not let that man have a night. Van Vliet over there to Scotty Barnes. Scotty to OG from his spot again. Gets blocked by Mobley. Oh my God. Mobley's ability to cover ground so quickly is ultra deceptive. And then Okoro holding his ankle there after being fouled by Scotty Barnes. He might be hurt. All right, we'll see what happens with him there. But the score right now, 71-63. Evan Mobley, so damn impressive. From a defensive standpoint, he's a good offensive player. Like, honestly, a very good offensive player. But defensively, he might already be like a top 5 defender in the league. And I say that, no cap. I'll use that. No cap. This man is top 5 in defense in the league already at his position for sure. I guess it'd be tough to say like between him and wing players, but if you're going to look at 5s and I guess even 4s to a certain extent, Evan Mobley already needs to be in your top 5 for defense. You guys let me know what you think in the chat. And I don't want to gas up a guy that Scotty's racing for in Rookie of the Year, but I got to speak my mind. I think that he's that good. So we're having a discussion right now in the chat about Fred Van Vliet having that knee injury. Alan saying Fred can't move, shouldn't be on the floor. Done out here saying Fred is getting cooked. Damn. Yeah. I don't know. I've only been tuning in since about, like I said, the 7-minute mark of the second quarter. So I haven't seen the whole game. But yeah, Van Vliet has not done a whole ton since I've tuned in. And he had 3 points when I showed up. So yeah. Kind of justifiable right now that the chat's giving it to him. But what do you guys think? I can't personally see Fred Van Vliet like limping or anything. But then again, that doesn't mean he's not hurt. Maybe he's playing reserved is the thing here. He's not doing the typical drives he would go on, not as agile. That could definitely be the case. I just haven't seen him favoring the knee particularly. Bottom line is he's playing bad. So Nick Nurse might want to consider taking him off the court. Of course, Malachi Flynn, I believe, still has an injured hamstring. Otherwise, I think you could actually see him return to some decent minutes this year. Nick Nurse finally decided to let him out of the dungeon. And he started playing great. He had some pretty efficient 15 to 17-point games. Raptors were winning. It was right there early in 2022 that he was doing that on that win streak. But I've been a Crimson Flynn fan for a moment now. So take what I say with a grain of salt. I do have, I guess, an affinity for him, but I just value his skill set. I think that what he can do in the NBA is so ultra rare. It really doesn't grow on trees. Like, he's got that special game point guard instinct that I kind of see in Lowry and Van Vliet. I don't think he's going to be anywhere close to the same sort of talent those guys are. Literally nowhere close. But I still see the instincts that could make him a very good career backup guy. Like, he'd be as good as like a Dennis Schroeder at one point in his career. And I know Dennis Schroeder was going off earlier this season, ended up being a 6th Man of the Year candidate at one point. But realistically, who Dennis Schroeder's been at his average is someone that I think, you could get out of Malachi Flynn still. I'm a big fan of his. I think he deserves more minutes. Eric Flynn on Facebook, sound off. Mustafa asking, where's Champagnie? That's actually a decent little point to bring up because the fans in Toronto love Justin Champagnie, and for good reason too. Oh yeah, Okoro does look kind of hurt. But yeah, we haven't seen Champagnie in a minute. Yeah, he could maybe be due for some minutes at some point, but tonight might be a tough one just with how tight this game's probably going to be. And oh my God, Fred VanVleet getting handsy there, hands in the cookie jar, knocking it away from Markkanen, and it's last touch off of Cleveland. So the Raptors get the ball back here. We're breaking it out onto offense. OG with it. Anunoby hands it off to Fred, who's covered by Garland. Boucher sets the pick. That's good defense there by the Cavs. Okay, that's Karis LeVert. Karis LeVert's wearing number 3. That's gotta be. I should be better with this. Siakam from 3. Can he get it? He does! Ooh! Man, he is heating up tonight. 74-63. Wraps up by 11. Run him, Spicy P. Run him. Pump fake there. And then, that's a pretty nice bucket. Okay, I've had enough of this. Who is number 8 again? I literally recognize him. Why am I blanking on this? VanVleet with it. Takes the pick from Spicy. Driving, kicking. And it's picked off by the Cavaliers momentarily. And they're going to say Raptors ball. Last touch Mobley. Okay, so who is number 8? The chat might be telling me right now, but okay. Number 8 is Stevens, Lamar Stevens. I did not know who that is. He looks familiar, but genuinely, I won't lie to you guys, I did not know who Lamar Stevens was. Boucher for 3. Misses. He has hit a 3 tonight, but misses that one. Rebounded there by our guy Lamar Stevens. Lamar driving, kicking it out. And then Garland for 3, he gets it. And he hits it while in the Raptors bench. Oh, you got to answer that. That was borderline disrespectful. Put out Gary Trent there to jack up a 3. Gary Trent will go stand on the opposing team's bench after he hits a 3. I know the kind of energy he's on. Whatever. There you go. My hate for Darius Garland just got 1 foot deeper. Achua for 3. Misses. Rebounded by Lamar Stevens. Brings it up. And there is a stoppage of play. I believe a foul in transition committed by Siakam. Ryan Henderson saying we're letting them get back into the game. You got to take that foot and put it right back down on the gas pedal if you're the Raptors right now. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Lord 2 Senpai asking, what's the parlay for tonight? So I actually would have made a big parlay because this is a big game. I didn't think we were on till 8:30. So I went to go set the parlay, and I already had a text from my dad saying, no stream tonight? It's like, what do you mean no stream? It's Cavs Raptors. We're going to definitely be streaming this. And he was like, well, they're on right now. And I thought they were on at 8:30, so I made a mistake. I'm a little bit late to the party. I did get in pretty well before before halftime. But no parlay, man. So I'm just cheering on a Raptors W and a Raptors W solely at the moment. But if that's going to happen, got to get in that driver's seat and command it because we're within 5 points right now, 74-69. Let's get that lead back out to 11. It's looked pretty there. Fred VanVleet with it. Takes the pick, drives, kicks it to Achua. Achua driving on Love, pulling it back. Oh, that would have been beautiful, but misses. And then Scotty gets an offensive rebound. He misses the putback, and there's a loose ball foul charged against Mobley, I believe. No, it's Kevin Love who it's charged to. Beautiful. You just love to see it. No pun intended. Raps getting the ball back here. And it is worth noting that Cleveland's in the bonus at the moment. VanVleet to Siakam. Siakam, he's got it at the top of the key. Driving in on Stevens. Backing in, shooting over him. Just rims out. And is rebounded by Love. Guys, if you're watching this, do me a big favor. Drop a like spike in the chat. Help jack up those numbers. It's always appreciated, guys. You are the best. Stevens in the paint, twisting around, throws it back out. LeVert, cross court to Stevens. Stevens for the 3. just misses. That was a nice little play by the Cavs. LeVert is going to help them out a ton. I always forget that Karis LeVert is on their roster now. Barnes down to Achua. Achua tries backing his way in and misses. That was like a Kawhi kind of shot. Sort of put out the free arm, palmed the ball, and tried to put it as a floater as he was driving into someone. That was a little Kawhi-esque, even though he missed. And then pocket picked by Scotty Barnes. Hands in the cookie jar, throws it over there to Achua, who gets the finish in transition. You guys know the vibes. We're taking the D to the O, simple mathematical equation, and it equals success for the Raptors team, who is long and athletic. There we go. That was a beautiful steal. That was one of those wraparound tuck steals where you pop it back out on the other side, take it. He's already going the other way. I can't describe this play for if my life depended on it here, but for those who saw it, what a precise gamble on the ball there by Scotty Barnes, and the rookie gets rewarded, takes it away from Garland, and we exchange it for some points in transition. You love to see it. You love to see it. Mike Kamina saying Scotty for Rookie of the Year. Lord 2 Senpai saying the D to the V to the A. We're out here, Rab. We're freestyling in the chat. Mustafa saying give him the Rookie of the Year right now. It's going to be a tight battle, man. It's going to be a tight battle. I always think about who, because it's very clear that the person or the player that I'm reminded of most when I look at Evan Mobley, as I've said, is Chris Bosh. I look at Cade Cunningham. I think the best comparable actually might be Luka Doncic, and I harp on that, and then I always call Scotty Barnes the Giannis Antetokounmpo of the crowd, which is relevant to a certain degree, because as much as I think that's a humbling comparison, Scotty's also better at offense. Like right now, his skill set is more polished. I think Scotty Barnes would hit more mid-range J's than Giannis would. Giannis is just an unstoppable freak of nature, and honestly, I'm not like here to sort of put an asterisk next to his play. I think if you can run right through someone and dunk it on their head, then okay, that's your points. I'm not going to ask how you got them. I'm just going to notice that they counted and ended up giving you a championship. So what is the perfect Scotty Barnes comparison? I always bring this up on live stream, and as he develops, I guess it kind of changes a little bit. I think Draymond's way too tame of a comparison at this point. I was hoping from the beginning that comparison would be put to shame pretty quick, and I'm not trying to knock Draymond defensively. He's like all NBA in that category. The offensive game is so janky for Draymond, even at his best. Like, he was never a guy that should be creating his own shot. Scotty Barnes, he's already creating his own shot. We're begging him to initiate the offense more. Is it maybe Scottie Pippen? But then I also think, it's just the first name thing. It's like playing a subliminal role here. I don't know if that's actually a good player comparable. Plus, I didn't watch enough of the 90s to be real with you, but you guys let me know. Like, what is it? And also, is Trent hurt? That's a good question. I haven't seen Gary Trent Jr. this game at all, but let me check the box score here. That should tell me. Gary Trent Jr. Where are you at? He is... where? Yeah, he's injured. His toe. It says a toe injury. All right, well, that sounds pretty minor, but hopefully he does heal up quickly. We're back in play. Karis LeVert with the ball driving past Siakam. Gets an acrobatic layup to the rim, but it doesn't fall. Long offensive rebound trickles out there to Garland, and Garland feeds it to... Wow. No! Oh! Mobley! That could have been a charge, but instead it ends up being an and one poster. Hey, dude, shouts out to Chris Boucher. Shouts out to Chris Boucher, because it takes a great rim protector to end up on a poster. To be willing like that. And then the rookie, honestly. Wow, I'm kind of left speechless after that. Evan Mobley throwing it down with authority, but I do have a super chat. Tom Moreau saying, if we lose tonight, expect BB to take the week off. You know what? We already have given him that sort of Lowry treatment where it's like, hey, dude, if you feel a little borderline on your health, like even a little bit, or you're frustrated and just need a moment, go ahead and take one. And then Scotty Barnes answering with a leaping dunk of his own. 78-71. 4 going back and forth with 4. Rookie on rookie. Wing on wing. And then the block by Siakam. That was clutch. Oh, no. Yeah, get a review there. That's not a foul. That's a clean block by Pascal Siakam. All right. They're getting the review, I think. Nick Nurse and his staff deciding whether or not they want to challenge. I feel like we will challenge. Yeah. And he knew it. Pascal immediately knew it. He's saying, challenge that thing. His first reaction was this. And we are going to get a challenge, ladies and gentlemen. And we have another super chat popping up here. And this one's from Turtle T. He's saying, Riker and Ben versus Josh and Marcel. 2v2 in basketball and wrestling match. Who wins that? Can so see Marcel suplexing Riker hard. I like how out of everyone, you just fished out Riker. You're like, yeah, that's the one that's going to get suplexed by Marcel. I don't know, man. Ben's very good at hoops. Riker's a pretty silky shooter. I'm honestly good at basketball. I'm not even going to beat around the bush about it. I play like 5 hours of pickup like every other day. So it's just like, at that point, you got to be at least decent. So, and the reason I kind of do it is because I tell myself, bro, you talk about basketball all day, at least have a little bit of game, because I don't look like a basketball player. Let's just be real here. Neither really do really any of us, honestly. But hey, we got some game up our sleeve a little bit. And I gotta say, Riker is he's got the nice shooting mechanics, but Ben can chop you up off the dribble. He's very smart. You guys know Ben, high IQ guy. Definitely knows the game of basketball well. He's a point guard out there, is what I'm trying to say. To give you a direct answer here, Turtle T, I think that Marcel and I definitely win the wrestling match. That's, I got to say, a no-doubter. I think that we're in a different weight class. But in the basketball, so long as Marcel stays out of foul trouble, I think we might be all right. But I got to give the edge to Ben and Riker here. I will. And that's a shot to my pride saying it, but I can't act like we would sweep both. I think they would find a way to get us in one, and I don't think it would be wrestling. So I'll say that. Ben used to watch WWE, actually, and I didn't. So he's got that advantage on me. I hope Marcel's kept up with it. And okay, I'm not trying to offend anybody who watches WWE. But when Ben told me he was a WWE fan, like, Ben's... How do I say this? I'm not saying people that like wrestling are dumb. I'm not saying that. For me, knowing it's fake, like, it's just too hilarious. It's like watching Broadway, but for guys in Speedos. I can't find it really that entertaining or clever. Like, it's just ridiculous. And Ben's like, yeah, I like WWE. And Ben's like very smart, very proper, very like, huge basketball fan. I was just bewildered. Like, really, Ben? Lifetime WWE fan. But so many people like it, and very like, intelligent, sporty people love it. So I don't know. And I'm sure I've offended some wrestling fans in the chat, but bear with me, guys. I know it's fake. It kind of bothers me. It is hilarious, though. Anyways, long rebound off that Raptors miss. Lamar Stevens gets blocked in transition. Who did that? That was a beautiful play by a Raptor player to get back. I need to see who that was, of course. Oh, never mind. I thought it was OG. That's Amari Brooks who did that. Oh my God. Oh, I called him Amari. It's Armani. Armani Brooks getting back defensively and swatting that shot by Stevens coming out of nowhere. Man, I got to use the Flames for a defensive play right now. I need to. I absolutely need to. And it was Magnetic who pointed out there at halftime that, look, as much as this guy has the occasional shooting stroke, Brooks is also a balls to the wall defender. And that is completely true. He's been sprawling out on loose balls there, and he's also been reliable defensively. And looking at that, stepping up and making a big play. He's fit in. Brooks for three. Come on, man. That was a dead shot. He loaded that up. Brooksy. I need a jersey. I'm going to AliExpress right after that. I'm buying the DJ Wilson and the Brooks jersey. I have to. Stevens driving on the baseline, kicking it back out to the perimeter. LeVert for three, and he cashes. Straightaway three for Karis LeVert. Okay, Paul Blunt coming in here with my Bible verse, Goody, 3:16. I'm sitting here trashing on wrestling. I hope I didn't offend anyone, but apparently sounding poetic or biblical in the way that I'm talking about WWE. Shouts out to Paul Blunt for dropping a super chat. That is my guy. And we got a foul called here. Under a minute left in the third quarter. Both teams in the bonus now. And who is shooting? It's Achua. Precious Achua. He's getting 2 shots here. Wraps up by 6 at this very moment. And guys, if you can do me a big favor and drop a like on this video, make your presence felt, help crank it up to 100 likes, then I'll stop panhandling and begging you for a like. I'll zip it right after that. But if you guys can do that for me, you know it's already very appreciated. I think Achua made his first. He did. Okay. Second shot on its way. And gets that shooter's roll, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Garland bringing it up court. Raps having a good night from the free throw line. They've only missed 1 of 16 free throws, whereas Cleveland has missed a few more. So that's good to be on the other side of that stat for once. Karis LeVert driving into the paint, gets his pocket picked by Armani Brooks. Brooksy for the depoy. To Scotty Barnes, back out to Brooks. Nah, Brooks, don't do it to him like that. They're going to say a travel? Oh. Why they got to ruin his moment like that? That's a corn dog call. Bro. This guy's out here on a 10-day playing for his job, for his life, and you're going to call that? He was about to make a two-way play. He was about to make the D to the O go, and gets an absolute wrench thrown in his plan by the ref there. But hey, 83 to 75. Darius Garland has the ball in his hands. Drives past Van Vliet, drives past Achua, drops it off to Lamar Stevens, who goes up, and then they're calling a travel. There we go. That's a makeup call. I'm not forgiving them for robbing my boy Armani Brooks, but a makeup call delivered and accepted. 10 seconds left. Raptors will have the final shot of this third quarter. Let's go. Okoro coming back in, so that ankle's apparently steady enough for him to be on it right now. That's good to see. I never want anyone injured, unless it's Kevin Love. And Van Vliet is throwing in the ball. Barnes driving on Stevens. He's got it out on the perimeter. Circles back, throws it down to Van Vliet. Van Vliet for 3. Oh my God, man. That was an arcing three-pointer. And that brings us to the end of the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen. So Raps maintain a pretty nice lead here. Fourth quarter, you just got to go in with a business mentality. Get this thing done. Protect home court and grab that 6th seed by the horns. It's ours, bro. It is ours. And for people who follow this live stream for a while now, I don't want to be like tooting my own horn here, but you know, whether people were saying, no, it's a top 4 seed we can go and get. And I'm talking about when we were on like 10-game winning streaks, 9-game winning streaks, when people started to say we can creep into the top 5. I said, we're gonna end up at 6. When people were like, bro, we should go to the lottery, we're gonna be in the play-in, let's just go miss the play. We're gonna be the 6th seed. You know, whether it was higher or lower public opinion, I always just envisioned it being the 6th seed. I'm so smart. But who knows? I just feel confident. You know, one of those things that just, it's a hunch to you. You look at it and you're like, I feel like it's going to happen. And the Cavaliers, with all of their injuries, they are not healthy enough to hold on to a playoff spot at number 6 in this Eastern Conference right now. You give them back Colin Sexton, you give them back Ricky Rubio, another year of playing together, well, then you maybe have a different conversation. But right now, I think that it's the Raptors to go and grab, and that's what they're doing right now. They got to put the nail in the coffin here in the fourth quarter. No excuses. Brian saying, I called 50 wins this season. Well, I mean, what we have... So we basically can't lose another game for the rest of the year if we end up at 50. So Brian, I'm not saying it's impossible. And I like the optimism. Actually, hold on. That math can't be right. Is it? No, I think it is. Because right now we're what? 41 and 31. I believe. All right, guys. Well, clearly I'm not a math major, but let me check this out. So Raptors right now are at 40 and 32. So yeah, if we ended up with 50 wins, we would still need 32 losses. Quick math. All right, man. Undefeated from this point on. Let's get it. Let's get it, Brian. Chris Topher in the chat saying, I take back everything I said about Pascal at the start of the season, man. He's really shown that he can be a good number 1 option. I think a lot of us need to apologize. Chris, I'm going to drop a super chat animation for you right now just because I can relate. And you know what? Don't be too hard on yourself. Pascal Siakam was absolutely pedestrian at points early this season. And he needs to own that, and I think he does own that. And that's why he's rebounded the way he has. And we just need to give him his respect now. I'll apologize on principle if that's our guy, and I don't want to ever seem like I'm jumping ship. But sometimes in this business decisions need to be made. And Pascal Siakam was getting pretty suspect there at one point. But absolutely dabs to the man for bouncing back the way he has and scoring in a multitude of ways, showing up defensively, and taking things personal. I like that about him, Chris. I haven't seen that from him in a long time, or sorry, ever, but now I do. And it makes you feel a lot more confident about him as a number one. And Precious Achiuwa, beautiful floater shot there in the paint. He's Serge Ibaka-esque already. I know it's a weird take, but he is. He is. Over more and more time, it'll make more and more sense, I promise. Out there to Stevens. Stevens cutting in, throwing to the corner. Okoro to Kevin Love. Kevin Love hit from that spot already, and that's clockwork, bro. He knocks that down. 85-78. Under 11 minutes to go now. Fred VanVleet driving, kicking. Achiuwa for three. Oh, air ball, but it ends up in Thad's hands. Thad going up, getting blocked by Mobley. Oh. And then LeVert. Great defense by Fred VanVleet. Fred VanVleet wants the Raptors to get the ball back here, but either way, great defensive energy there by Fred, or I should just say putting the clamps on LeVert. We do have a super chat. Turtle T saying better chance of Josh going to the washroom than 50 W's. Yeah, Josh going to the washroom is plus 80,000 for anyone who knows gambling terminology. You could put $1 on that thing and make 100 million if you wanted. I don't care what the odds are. I'm not doing. I told you, my body knows that when the Raptors are on, that's the only thing that's on. Oh, the rebound tapped out to the Raptors. Cleveland misses there. Armani Brooks with it on offense. Brooks over to VanVleet. Chris Boucher comes over to set a pick. Fred over there to Chris. Chris for three. Give it to me. There we go. The Canadian making it splash from downtown. 88-78. We're stretching that lead back out to 10, and Chris Boucher stretching the floor. That's my guy. We're drunk off the bagged milk, ladies and gentlemen. Down to the corner, back up here, and it's at LeVert at the top of the key. He drives on Achiuwa. Achiuwa stays in front of him. That's good defense, but it's Stevens who shoots the three and makes it. Wow. Fred VanVleet bringing the ball up for the Raptors now, 88-81. All right. Let's punch back. VanVleet with it. He's checked by Okoro. Achiuwa comes, sets the pick. Fred takes it, gets open to the corner. Oh, Fred, you should have just kept driving there. That wasn't a great pass, but Boucher ends up drawing a foul there. Lamar Stevens does not like it, but the call is made. And it will be inbounds for the Raptors. Detroit Pistons animations saying all the way from Montreal. Yo, Detroit Pistons animations, I got to ask you. I mean, clearly, by your account name, you seem to be a Pistons fan, but I'm always catching you in here. I mean, I won't out you to Pistons fans. Oh, Fred VanVleet from deep. He needed that. He needed that bad. And what a great time to get it. Stretches the lead back out to 10. Fred VanVleet betting on himself there. And it pays off. And then Mobley gets fouled. But what I was saying here. Where is he? It was Detroit Pistons animations. I always see in here. I'm assuming you're a Pistons fan, but your behavior tells me Raptors fan. You're getting hyped up for Chris Boucher. What's the story here, Detroit animation? Are you a Raptors fan in a Detroit disguise? And if so, why? Why? I'm asking you. But we have also Tom Moreau saying, Josh, believe me, when you get to my age, you'll be in the washroom more than not in the washroom. Hey, fair enough. Fair enough. But I think that the Raptors gene that I have where it's just whenever they're on, I don't get the urge to go. I think that's for life. Let's hope. Anyways, offensive rebound collected there by Mobley off the Cavs miss. Stevens with it, drives in on Achiuwa, gets past him, gets over him, but misses the shot. And then Stevens going out of bounds, throws it back in, and it was already out of bounds, actually. So Raps getting the ball back. Love to see it. 8:40 to go. Pain-causing Samurai saying, is Detroit Animations Crispy Flakes? I actually really like Crispy Flakes. He's a really good creator in the space. One of the guys that I definitely listen to. Fred VanVleet driving past Okoro, kicks it back out to Achua. Achua sidestepping, misses the lay-in. That's tough. I think he had a little bit more space there than he anticipated and regretted not taking the floater. But hey, c'est la vie. The Cavaliers have it on offense. Garland to Stevens, out there to Okoro. Okoro driving, kicking, ends up at Garland. For three, misses, and then rebounded there by Thad. Thad Castle, baby, bringing it down. Fred VanVleet crosses half. He's guarded by Garland. The pick from Boucher comes. Fred VanVleet can make a mess of his picks sometimes. He just goes against the grain so often. He takes it that time, goes up for three, misses that off of the glass, and then the long rebound collected by Armani. Armani for three! It's good! Oh! Armani Brooks! Bringing that heat, man. Oh, you gotta love this. Feel-good story. A guy on a 10-day contract made a huge defensive play. I'm telling you, fourth quarter Armani. I brought it up to Magnetic. He went fourth quarter Armani in Philly, beat the Sixers. Fourth quarter Armani in Toronto versus the Cavs. He's showing up for some big moments. I don't want to say ink this man long-term because we said that about Freddie Gillespie and it didn't work out. But right now, Armani Brooks, he's ace in the test, bro. I don't even want to rain down on his moment like that. We'll see where this goes, but things look so surprisingly positive. Wow. You got to feel happy for him at least. Diljit, he's dropping a super chat saying, missed the last couple games, but so glad I could tune into tonight's live stream. Your energy is infectious, Josh. Keep up the good work. Let's get this W. Diljit, fired up to see you in here, man. Getting me jacked up with the super chat there. And the Raptors right now, they're the real reason we're getting all jacked up. They are playing great. I got to attribute the energy to that, but thank you so much. It's always a pleasure having everyone in here, especially you, Diljit. The chat going wild for Brooksy right now. Lord 2 Senpai saying, Armani Brooks from Josh's toilet. Far, far away. That's a good one. Hey, man, put some respect on fourth quarter Armani. He's playing lights out. Okay, this would make sense. I actually thought this was a potential scenario in my head. Super chat dropped by Jay here, and he's saying, I think Detroit Pistons animation is from Montreal. Okay, this would make sense. This would make sense. Or maybe like a Windsor guy, you know, someone that's close to, I mean, Montreal's not close to Detroit, but thinking about Canadian places that tend to be Detroit fans, it's like London, Ontario, Windsor, Ontario. They're right there. They cross the bridge. But this guy's got to be from Canada, right? Just join the party, bro. Become Raptors animations. I'm playing. I'm just happy he's in here. So, and shouts out to the 202 other people who are in here right now. Everybody's appreciated. This is awesome, man. Great vibes in this game. And if you guys could drop a like to be the cherry on top of tonight, I'd appreciate it. 20 likes away from 100. If you guys can help push me there, 20 brave souls, it'd be very appreciated. And how about the Leafs? Okay, I mentioned this, I think, already. Maybe I didn't, but Mark Giordano on the Leafs. I know I got to have some Leafs fans in here somewhere. It's a nice little acquisition. They picked up Colin Blackwell, too, who I think is the man. And there was a hilarious Colin Blackwell story that I'll tell when I get a moment here. But Raps are on the court. We're getting ready to play, and we are in play. Kevin Love with the ball. Kevin Love throws it down to Mobley in the post. That was a nice pass, and Mobley just drops it into the rim there. He's so good. So good. There's a lot of rumors that the Raptors tried to trade up. I don't believe him. We wanted Scotty from the start. You give us first overall, Scotty Barnes' name getting called. Fred VanVleet drives past Okoro, pulls it back. Okoro still checking him. Fred cutting him up with the dribble, pulling up the mid-range, and gets the shooter's bounce. Man, Fred VanVleet gets so many of those bounces, and I love it. I love it. He's got the soft touch. Gets that one to fall. And then Markkanen for three. Wow, nothing but net. Markkanen knocking that down. 96-86. Raps still up by 10. And we have another super chat coming in from the best alias in all of YouTube. Pain-causing samurai saying Raptors should make a B-team poster with Brooks. B-team poster with Brooks, Boucher, Birch, Banton. Sorry, I think I read Brooks earlier there. But yeah, those are all the names. Oh my God. We do have a lot of B last names on the team. That is true. I didn't really put that together now. Wow. That's like, yeah, 5 significant players with B as their last name. Actually, still, interesting observation there. The B team. Hey, this is the A team, man. Fred VanVleet knocking down a nice shot there. 6 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Raps up by 14. And shouts out to Pain Causing Samurai for the super chat. Garland gets the floater. Tough shot. Wraps up by 12. VanVleet on offense, driving past Markkanen, gets past him, throws it out to Thad. Open 3. Come on, Thaddeus. Come on, Thaddeus. Misses. And it's rebounded by Love. Over there, Darius Garland pulls up in the mid-range. Misses off the front of the rim. And then that nice rebound by Chris Boucher. He went up and snatched that thing. VanVleet crossing half now. Checked by Okoro. And then he calls a timeout. All right, Nick Nurse going to collect his guys here. Make sure everyone's head is in the same place for this final few minutes because, Philly is a dangerous... Philly. The Cavaliers are a dangerous team. They're obviously ahead of us in the standings. We want to execute to the 9s here. Pretty comfortable cushion, but with the way the league works these days, man, you can never be that comfortable unless... literally never. Literally never, especially when you're facing a good team. Go out there and finish this thing off strong. Nick Nurse making sure he has a moment to do so. Typically, the Raptors are very good when they have a moment to either get together at halftime or out of a timeout. Vast majority of the times, I think that they end up with a winning play out of a stoppage. So you got to give a lot of credit to Nick Nurse for that. And we got Jake Logano in the chat saying, close out time. One last call for alcohol. I forget the lyrics, but yeah, man. Close out time in Toronto. Not a good time to be a Cavalier, let me tell you. And we have another super chat coming in from my guy Marcel Martin. The Bald Mamba. He's saying Chris Boucher is our best bench piece. Okay. We dissect that a little bit. I think you're probably right, especially with how he's playing recently, but yeah, I mean, Achua is basically a starter now. Is he? Actually, we have some injuries right now, so maybe he is. I don't know. If it comes down between Achua and Chris, it's close. It's close. But I will give Chris Boucher the slight edge for now, even if it is. And shout out to Marcel for putting some love and respect on the Canadian's name. Chris Boucher, he's been playing out of his mind. Drunk off the bagged milk is really what I mean to say here. Tom Moreau saying, you guys are talking about Brooks the way that you were talking about Svi. Okay, let me be clear here. Let me be clear. I love an underdog story. I love players that are going to help the Raptors win. And for those reasons, I'm a big Armani Brooks fan right now. But Svi Mykhailiuk, in my mind, even though he's a lot more cold than Brooks is, I got to say, I still think Svi Mykhailiuk, if you're choosing between a roster spot, you give it to Svi Mykhailiuk over Armani Brooks. Not to just cancel the Armani parade right now. I mean, we're getting to witness fourth quarter Armani. But I also got to realize that, Svi Mykhailiuk has way more NBA resume, and even watching him in garbage minutes, you can see that he's a pretty good player. Just hasn't come together for him in Toronto's lineup, unfortunately. But I'm still saying Svi Mykhailiuk greater than Armani Brooks, but I will be happy. I would be thrilled to be proved wrong over a longer duration of time. This man seems like he might be playing himself into at least another 10-day, which I'm okay with. But, I don't want another Freddie Gillespie situation where we hand out a contract based on principle. And then Boucher misses the 3. Offensive rebound grabbed by Toronto, but it did touch the back of the backboard, and for that reason, it's out of bounds, Cavalier ball. Up by 12. And guys, we are 7 likes away from 100 on the video. If you guys can help gas me up to that number, inflate that thing, it'd be very, very helpful and appreciated. So, as always, you guys are the best, and I mean that. I love this community here. Definitely one of you guys before I even ended up in front of a camera. Garland right now, he's got the ball. Checked by VanVleet. Tries to create a little space, drives in on him, and then he's fouled. They're going to say that's a shooting foul? Kid's crafty. Kind of made an offensive... Well, he's going to make 2 points potentially out of nothing here, if that is a shooting foul. Fred VanVleet either way committed it. Jeremy W saying Josh loves Svi. I do, man. And I think it's because I've seen him play on some look, maybe I'm biased because I've seen a lot of Svi's good games. Maybe that's just the way coincidence in this world has worked, that I've just happened to be watching teams that have Svi Mikhailiuk when he's playing and has a decent night. Because there's been too many times to count where I've watched Svi Mikhailiuk play without any knowledge that one day he would be on the Raptors, and I've said, wow, that Ukrainian guy out there is pretty nasty. Even in Summer League with the Lakers, I was like, yo, who's this Mikhailiuk guy? He's nice. And then he had a game where he took it to the Raptors. He's capable, bro. He's capable. I am clearly a Svi Mikhailiuk fan, but I'm not selling my Svi stocks yet. Boucher off the pick and roll from Fred, just misses the layup. He was going in there pretty quick. Probably could have had that, but does not get it. Garland on the perimeter. Checked by Siakam immediately. Hands it off there to Mobley. Mobley strong move inside and gets the bucket over Scotty. Man, Mobley's so good. That was great defense by Scotty Barnes too. Played it perfectly, but guys, Raptors are only up by 8 right now. Let's punch back and get a defensive stop. Siakam on offense. He's telling everyone to clear out. He's going to ISO Markkanen. Gets past Markkanen. Spins back. Mid-range. Yo, that is gorgeous. That right there is alpha dog. That's alpha dog. That's Ghost Pepper P. Bro literally just said, all right, everybody, get out. We need a bucket. I asked him for it. I said, we need to punch back here. He tells everyone GTFO. He squares up Markkanen, who's a good player, goes at him, twists back just for the trademark spicy spin, and then a beautiful, nothing but net mid-range shot. Taking it personal, bro. That's what I got to say about Pascal Siakam. He's on a new level, ladies and gentlemen. Ball's inbounded to Garland. He jacks up a quick 3, and that's off the back of the backboard, and the Raptors take it in defense, or in transition. OG to Siakam, the slam. What's Siakam's stat line right now? Taking the D to the O. Yes, sir. Lamar throws it over there to Garland. Garland has it at half. Fast break points. Raptors have outscored the Cavaliers 18-4. Goes to the corner, goes to the arc. Markkanen misses that. And then, whoa, that rebound was gobbled up there by Chris Boucher. He went and snatched that thing down as Evan Mobley was hawking around for it. Siakam takes the pick from Scotty pretty nonchalantly, doesn't really generate offense, but he's going right back at Markkanen. Driving on him, spinning to Scotty. Scotty! Yes! Yes! Great assist and setup by Pascal Siakam, and honestly, an even tougher bucket by Scotty Barnes there. And a big one too. 106-92. Let's not let them creep back into this. And we foul Markkanen shooting 3. That is Pascal Siakam who picks it up. It is what it is. All right, so I think he might be shooting 3 free throws here. So I got a moment to tell you guys this, but the Leafs recently traded for a player named Colin Blackwell. And I did a little bit of homework on Blackwell, and I really like him. He's hilarious. And he told this story about how he was in a first-year political science course at Harvard. Played hockey there, of course. And the poli-sci teacher asked everyone, are you guys left wing or right wing politically? And everyone either put up their hand for left or right, whatever it was. At the end of the class, he was walking out. He's like, hey, you're the only one that didn't put up your hand. Are you left wing or right wing? And this hockey player, Dumbo, says, no, I play center. Man, we're not talking about hockey positions here. I cracked up because it's some world-renowned professor at Harvard and just this hockey guy who happens to be in his lecture. No, I'm not left or right wing. I'm center. Great job, buddy. Hopefully you can pass this course. Anyways, Markkanen connects on those free throws, and it's 106-95. Pascal Siakam at half with it. Markkanen picks him up. Siakam, he's got it on the perimeter. Markkanen squaring him up. Siakam still steps back, and the mid-range is good. And one. No, It's his night tonight, guys. It's his night. Pascal Siakam, I'm sorry for whatever I said to you, man. I'm sorry. Chris said it earlier, but I'm sorry. I mean it, man. I never knew we would get this kind of bounce back from Pascal. This is how many games with 20 straight points? or straight games with 20 points or more. He's going above and beyond tonight. This is crazy. Magnetic saying Siakam the man. Magnetic, I know you got that Siakam jersey on your back right now, bro. Good call tossing that thing on tonight. And then Karis LeVert responds with a 3-pointer there, but it's a little too late. Spicy P already got you. 109-98. 2 minutes left to go. I'm sorry, Pascal. Pascal, forgive me. And then Chris Boucher goes up and he is fouled by Mobley. Wow, Mobley is so impressive defensively. Oh my God. What a sequence by Pascal Siakam. He's showing the signs of being the alpha. I had a big argument with people in here the other day about, someone tried to tell me that, I don't know if this is exactly the way they meant it, but essentially that Scotty's going to make a great Robin to Pascal's Batman. And I was like, maybe for like one more year at most. I don't know anymore. No. I'm still of the opinion Scotty's going to be the maybe one of the greatest Raptors of all time. I think he's got that kind of upside. He's got MVP upside. But Pascal Siakam right now, in every way of the definition, is the man. Siakam for 3. No, it's done. It's done. It's over, ladies and gentlemen. It's over. Pascal Siakam. Hand this man the key to the city. He's Batman. He's Batman. That's Bruce Wayne on the court. Oh my God. Whatever you needed from him tonight. This is insane. Okay, and we have a super chat getting dropped, kind of off topic by Marcel. But he's saying Gonzaga eliminated. All right, Chet Holmgren and the boys, Drew Timmy, they are out of the tournament. I never really liked Gonzaga anyways. But shouts out to Marcel for the super chat and giving us the little March Madness update here. I got to see what the NBA, or so the NCAA board looks like for tonight, because I did place some bets. Got to update myself on those in a moment. But of course, I did miss betting on the Raptors game tonight. Tuned in a little bit late by accident. I've already said the story like 3 times, but apologies again for that. Wow. Pascal Siakam getting the people going. All right, and it's closing time. We got the bench players and the deep bench players in here. Fourth quarter, Armani still out there, but Banton checks in, as well as Yuta Watanabe, and my guy, drumroll, Svi Mikhailuk. Cavs missed the shot, rebounded by Achua. It's a beautiful thing. The 6th seed. The 6 in the 6th seed. I'm seeing the signs. Achua, great job. Makes contact, left-handed floater. Bro, that is exactly how you draw it up. That looked like he was doing a drill. Easy money. Easy money. Oh, and the chat pointing out here. Yeah, Tom, I know that you made the comment, but I thought you backed up someone else who said it too. So I knew someone else had their hands in on that comment. But Tom Moreau definitely did concur with that at one point, for sure. And we have another super chat getting dropped right now, saying we need a new Demon Pepper P animation. He's on demon time right now. I can't even lie about it. This is a whole new level of spice at the moment. I didn't think this level of spice was possible, but it is. And then Svi Mikhailuk misses that, but it is tapped back in by Banton. Gets himself on the board. And apparently we got Moses Brown in the game. A longtime Raptors target, 7 feet tall. Man, look at him. He is huge. Wow. Kind of forget how big he is. He's that guy that if anyone's... Oh, that's an and one for the Cavs. But for anyone who might not remember who Moses Brown is or know a Moses Brown reference, have you ever seen that video of March Madness, UCLA player, has his head down, walking off the court, and his point guard comes and lifts up his face and is like, keep your head high. That was a super viral clip, and that is Moses Brown in the clip playing for UCLA, who has his head down, and then his teammate comes, lifts him up. But some people might recognize that clip just for reference. He's been a long time waiver wire, trade target, whatever. He hardly gets played during any kind of valuable minutes, and the fact Cleveland got him, do you need every player who's above 7 feet in the friggin' league? You've had Taco Fall, you got him, you got Evan Mobley, Markkanen, Jared Allen. Like, bro, Kevin Love. Like, relax on the 7-footers, my boy. Like, who's going to dribble the ball? But anyways, the Cavaliers have done a nice job this season. They're not nice enough, my boy. 117 to 104. Get absolutely friggin' pwned. I'm going to say pwned. Bringing back a retro term here. They got it handed to them tonight in Toronto. That feels so good. The Raptors immediately, I checked the box score after I tuned in, and we've been leading this thing from pretty much the get-go. We came out on a mission tonight. But it's part of a bigger campaign here. Job's not finished. We want that 6th seed to avoid the play-in, destiny in our own hands, and then go right into a first-round matchup and see what we can do from there. And we have another super chat coming in from my guy, Paulie Blunt. He's saying, W. Dropping the dub. And the Raptors dropping a dub on Cleveland's head top. You love to see it. I mean, I'll go through the stats briefly, but Pascal Siakam turning into a different type of animal tonight. Let me see. So let me open it up. I'm going to guess he had, I don't even know. I'm not even going to guess. Okay, he does have 35. So it was 35, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Gorgeous. And he did it efficiently too. So that stat line came on 12 of 20 shooting, 6 of 7 from 3-point range. 6 of 7. Man, what? That's unreal. Pascal Siakam holding it down for Toronto tonight. That was amazing. Give the man his flowers. I'll put on the flames one more time for our guy Ghost Pepper P. But Van Vliet, 10, 5, and 8. He's doing some things out there well. The defense and the passing is definitely on point, but I don't know, man. He's got to work on the scoring a little bit. He's had his touch taken away a little bit, especially when he's operating in the mid-range. He's got to find that. But he's coming off of some injuries. People talking about that knee. It might still be strained. Whatever's going on, Fred VanVleet's not 100% himself right now. I have faith he will be soon, though. So rest assured, steady Freddy will be steady again. Siakam. I already said that. But I'll say it again. 35, 5, and 6. 12 of 20 shooting. 6 of 7 from the three-point line. Anybody can get it. That was a voice crack. I'll own that. OG Anunoby. 14 points. 2 rebounds. 3 assists. His presence tonight, especially in the first half, was impactful. People felt it. This guy is back, and he's just doing OG Anunoby things, disrupting the opposing team's game plan, hitting three-pointers, just being ultra reliable, really. He had a block tonight. I mean, he's not going to get he's not going to get statistical credit for everything he did well defensively tonight, but adding a block, 14 points, 4 of 8 from three-point range, like, what more do you want from the guy in a return from an abdomen injury? I'm very pleased to have OG back. Scotty Barnes, 11, 6, and 4. Not quite as good as his counterpart, Evan Mobley, tonight, who looked very good. But hey, Scotty's still impressive as all hell and has a chance to win the Rookie of the Year award. That's my Roy, if you ask me. What was his shooting like tonight? 4 of 9. Didn't hit a 3. Missed 2 attempts. Had 2 steals and a block. So defensive stats looking all right. But could have been a better game from Scotty Barnes, but I won't be too harsh on the kid. Boucher, 17 and 8. Let's just get used to this, guys. Let's just get used to it. Chris Boucher is a revitalized dude right now. He's going out there just to hype things up, just to gas up the game a little bit. Like, he just seems to go out there with the idea of, like, I'm a spark, man. Let me go out there and just start a fire. And I love what I'm seeing from him. Obviously, the finesse plays haven't always been consistent for him, but what is consistent now is his effort level, which has made him consistently playable, even when he doesn't have a great night. But right now, he's on a streak, so shouts out to the Canadian. Drunk off the bagged milk, my guy. But we have another super chat from Turtles. He's saying, can Denver win the division? If so, I win 250. Suns and Heat a lock for division. Also, do you wear diapers when you come on stream? This guy does not understand how I can sit through a whole Raptors game without going to the washroom. I don't know, man. It speaks to my love for the team. My body, like I said, as long as my sensory perception is receiving Raptors content, the bladder doesn't bother me. You know, it leaves me alone. It knows not to speak up. So, but to answer your question about Denver, I've heard some rumors, unfortunately, that there's a decent chance that Jamal Murray might actually be out for the postseason as well. It seemed pretty optimistic all year that he would be coming back out. I love Jamal Murray. I think that he actually could have gone. I can't say he was in Siakam's draft class, and I almost said he could have gone first overall. And I mean, when you drop 50 pieces in the playoffs, I think it's tough because then Siakam has a championship. Look, man, it's close, but he would have gone over Ben Simmons for sure. And I think Siakam obviously would have gone over Ben Simmons at this point. I still think the world of Ben Simmons, actually, but Siakam's earned that respect. Him and Jamal Murray would have gone top there. But to back on topic, they might not have Murray, which is unfortunate, but the Nuggets are not a team to be played with. They are so deep. I don't know about winning the division. I need to update myself to see exactly who's within their division in the Western Conference. I obviously have more of a grip of the Eastern Conference divisions, but I think it's possible. You know, they were like 6th in the Eastern Conference not so long ago, so maybe a bit of a reach, but hey, we'll see. We'll see. I do like the Nuggets. I'll admit that. Tom Moreau saying, Pascal, good mentor for Scotty Barnes. There are similarities. I agree. And that was a super chat too, so I'll play the animation for my guy Tom. Thank you for that. But I agree. There are some similarities there for sure. The skill sets are very similar in terms of, can score on the interior, can keep you honest from 3-point range, underrated playmaker, and then also, above all else, just a versatile defender. So I think that Siakam's actually sort of the inspiration for positionless basketball in Masai Ujiri's mind. I think that a lot of these guys he's drafted, he wants to become like Pascal. He wants to use Pascal as the image of, look what he did. An active example of what you can do to your game if you work on it. Shouts out to Precious Achua. Shouts out to Scotty Barnes. Shouts out to even Chris Boucher. These are guys who I'm sure have needed to tear a page out of Siakam's playbook at some point because he did what they're trying to do. And I think that Masai Ujiri notices that, loves that, and has promoted it as the mold for the team. Interesting stuff, guys. Tonight was a lot of fun. I can't go without not mentioning Armani Brooks here. Fourth quarter, Armani was with it. He had 18 minutes, 6 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, but 2 3-pointers made in the fourth. I already said it. Fourth quarter Brooksy. Get to know him. Get to know him, at least for another 10-day contract. We'll discuss all that stuff later, but very excited with how the Raptors played tonight. Thad Young chipped in 8 points as well. I thought he was pretty good. Probably had a couple defensive stats. No. He had a steal. 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Pretty good night for Thad Young, who we don't ask a whole lot of. So, guys, this was amazing. So much fun. We beat the Cavaliers. We are now both 42-32, or 41-32, tied for that spot, the 6th spot in the East. Don't worry. I don't care about jinxing this. It is ours. I would bet pretty much anything on it. The 6th seed will be where the Raptors finish. I'm going to stand on that. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We do have another game on Indiana on Saturday night. Be there or be square, 7:30 p.m. starting time. In the meantime, I am signing off.